Todd, do you have your last name too?
Nope, I have a last name, but you don't get it.
How about your social security number?
I'm not going to give that to you either.
So you have to ID yourself because we do have reasonable suspicion that a crime had occurred.
Well, you're going to have...
And we want to work with you. We want to do it.
And I understand what you're doing, but I'm not going to help you with your investigation. So, and you have no proof of what I did. And why are you circling me, man? You know, stay back from me. I'm not doing anything wrong right now.
Right.
I'm just filming.
You can film all you want, and that's really fine.
I know the laws. I don't break laws. And you have somebody crying because they got caught on their videotape as I was doing something.
Right. What I'm saying what they did wasn't right either. But the issue is when you go out into the street and traffic's passing.
Look, dude, I'm 54 years old. Right. I know the rights. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. I'm not out here breaking laws.
But you know you're not supposed to be out in the road when traffic's going and things.
And I'm okay. You hear this thing? When this thing's on, I can be in the middle of the road right there without a problem.
Yeah, but if you go and get license plates, you said it sounds like you got.
Oh, so people don't have license plates on the front of their cars?
Well, it sounds like you said you got behind the vehicle.
And that thing extends pretty far. You know, I don't even need to go out in the street and put that out if I wanted to.
For sure.
So, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not doing anything wrong.
It's my turn to talk. My name's Officer Larson, like I said. Right
now. Okay, you guys. I want a supervisor. Give me a supervisor here.
He's on his way. You are being detained in suspicion of disorderly conduct because people are saying you're acting tumultuously, which is causing alarm. That is the statute for disorderly conduct. If you do not give us your last name and your date of birth, that is failure to identify. That is an arrestable crime.
Secondary crime, and I haven't committed a crime, so...
Primary and secondary crimes aren't an issue here.
Well, secondary crime. I haven't committed a crime, so you can't charge me with a secondary crime. If you want to arrest me, here's my arms. You can arrest me. But look, I'm out here doing what I want, and people, you're not in motions enforcement, you're law enforcement. Suspicion is not a crime. So you're suspicious, you need verifiable proof that I've committed a crime.
All we need to identify someone.
No, it is not. You need a crime.
Incorrect.
Okay, well then suspicion is not a crime.
So you're right.
I'm just gonna move back. I'm crippled right now.
Yeah, you can move back.
So I mean, you keep trying to frown me.
Suspicion is not a crime, but it is enough for us to detain you to get your ID to identify who we're dealing with.
Okay, look,
and that's all
look, I've done this enough. I've been in police stations. I've been in city halls.
Here in Utah?
Yeah, and suspicion is not a crime.
Suspicion is enough for us to detain
Okay, what is your reasonable articulate suspicion that I've committed a crime? That's not articulate. That's not reasonable.
He is literally articulating.
I will articulate it to you word for word. We have two identifiable witnesses that said that you were out in the roadway during traffic causing an issue, and then you followed them into the parking lot of Smith's and confronted them. That is reasonable.
Okay, I got that. I got it all on video. If that's what happened, so I can show you the video and show. I'm not going to show you anything. You can look at the Smith's video cameras that are there.
Two options here, Todd. One.
I know what your options are.
Identify yourself to us. We'll warn you against disorderly conduct, which means if you continue to block the roadway or follow people, you'll be arrested. But we'll just give you a warning if you identify yourself to us as is required by law. If you refuse to do so, you will be handcuffed and you will be going to the Davis County Jail today.
Okay, well, like I said, where's your supervisor?
He's on his way.
Okay, well, I'll wait for your supervisor to get here.
Spoil it for you. He's going to say the same thing.
Okay, well, I'll wait until he tells me that because, you know, I haven't committed anything. I haven't confronted anybody. The only people I've said anything to are the ones who wave and say good job.
One thing that's for sure, you're making things entirely more difficult than they have to be.
You guys are making it more difficult. They don't need to be difficult. I'm out here filming and I'm doing your jobs for you. I'm verifying people are driving drunk.
You're being unreasonable.
No, I'm not. I don't. You're being unreasonable asking me for ID for doing nothing.
No.
You have no proof.
Suspicion to believe that crime has occurred. So we have to identify you. We have to. That's your option. Either you identify yourself or you get another charge, right? For failure to identify. And you should know this, right? It sounds like you do your research.
I do this often, and you know
it sounds like you need to do some more because you don't understand that.
It sounds like you guys are just, I mean, you got 3 people here with arm guns. You're trying to bully me, telling me I've done something wrong because some people cried about me doing something.
So
right?
here's the deal.
Hey, hold on. Hey, are you gonna circle me? Hold on. I'm thinking of giving you my idea, but I don't want this guy behind me. This is kind of freaking me out. I don't want a bunch of people around me. I will give you my ID under the fact of of arrest. That you're gonna arrest me. That's what this is going. And I will put this up online, and I will file this with the ACLU. Here's my ID.
So
Okay.
you said you wanted me to arrest you because
No, I'm saying if you want to arrest me, that's your choice. You're saying I'm making it difficult.
No, you're not under arrest.
I'm being detained.
The only thing is you provided me your ID, right?
And
I'll tell you right now, we were gonna come here and just warn you of going out into the street, but we have to ID you first, right?
You know what? And
I appreciate you providing
okay,
it.
look, it's only because it's under a threat of arrest that I've given you my ID. That's the only reason why you've gotten my ID.
And it was a
and
of arrest.
when this goes on